the malarkey that's going down right now, huh? All of the bad talk that Sky Sports be doing, um, F1 news that we about to see in a little bit, all over social media, that my boy struggling and started off with a broken car. Ain't that something? Started off with the broken car. And still, they Ferrari brung a floor upgrade to Bahrain, and my boy came from 10th or something like that to 5th. Yeah, and Russell damn near cheating with the DRS. Oscar Piastri on a whole nother level. Lando, you're not fucking with Oscar. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, bro. You make too many mistakes. And McLaren is starting to find out very quick who their lead driver is. And it's damn sure not you, Lando. Lando Norris, it ain't you, bud. You choke when push come to shove. Like, nah. Oscar, cool, calm, collective, and 15-second gap from, from the second car. Ridiculous. But y'all know how they've been dragging my boy Ham Bait through the mud. I ain't liking that shit. But he's still performing. And here we have y'all reigning champ, right? Y'all will call him the reigning champ, right? And you know what? I don't know why, for whatever reason, I'm starting to feel sorry for Max. For even though he put my boy through hell with those dive bombs and inside and driving like crazy shit. But now that he's getting a taste of not being the ultimate, and having the best car, he's still driving the hell out that car though. But as we see, that car is not shit if Adrian Newey not behind it. And one race, it could be good, and then the next race, it could just be terrible. And we're starting to see, most definitely, the results of not having Adrian Newey. So is Max going to go to Mercedes, or are he going to take this $1 billion deal with Aston Martin? Me personally, Aston Martin got a good enough car, and I'm pretty sure Max can handle it and take the $1 billion. And you don't, $1 billion? I know everything not about the money, but $1 billion and still have the potential. And you got Adrian Newey back over there at Aston Martin. So it's a no-brainer. And as we see right now, Mercedes is looking good. George Russell, no. He have to perform. But the way George is performing right now, even if Max Verstappen wanted to go to Mercedes, I think Antonelli, I think they would just have to pull the trigger on Antonelli and, I don't know, move him to another team. I don't know, because Max Verstappen and George Russell on the same squad, that's most definitely a guarantee more championships. I'm gonna tell you that right now, because if you put Max Verstappen in, sorry for the background, if you put Max Verstappen in the car right now that George Russell is in, Russ Grease, he would be. You think Oscar dominating? Shit, it would be a 20, 25, probably 30-second gap with Max Verstappen behind the damn wheel. That's like damn near putting Lewis Hamilton back behind the wheel of a Mercedes right now. And we all know how George Russell drove Lewis Hamilton car when he got a chance. That shit was fast. Very fast. He was very quick. So come on, it's all in the car. It's all in the car. So we're about to listen to F1 news, and stop, chop, and let's go. Let me take it off my earphones. My bad. My bad.
Max Verstappen is not happy. In fact, he's furious, and for very good reason. What was meant to be a solid weekend for Red Bull at the Bahrain Grand Prix turned into a nightmare, with problems on every front, and now a series of leaked radio messages have revealed just how bad things really got behind the scenes. From balance issues to pit stop failures, Verstappen didn't hold back over the team radio, and his post-race comments have only added fuel to the fire. This wasn't just another tough day at the office. This was a wake-up call for Red Bull, for their engineers, and for everyone who thought the 2025 season was going to be business as usual. And in this video, we're going to break down exactly what went wrong in Bahrain, what Verstappen said during and after the race, and what it all means moving forward. So make sure you stick around until the very end of this video. We're going to cover every detail, from the shocking in-race radio to Verstappen's brutally honest assessment of the RB81. And of course, if you're enjoying the content and want to stay on top of all the latest Formula One drama, give this video a like.
Come on,
in third. Verstappen could only manage sixth, a painful result for the reigning world champion, and a clear sign that something isn't working. From the very first stint, things went wrong. Verstappen's radio messages told the story loud and clear. At one point, his frustration boiled over with the now viral line, "I can't even brake anymore. It's just ridiculous." The tone was unmistakable. This wasn't just frustration with traffic or strategy. This was a driver struggling to even drive the car properly. The balance was completely off.
The balance was completely off. Didn't I say that? I said that before. I'm not tripping. I'm right. I said that before. You don't kick ass. And it's something with these cars. When they brought in these these cars getting their performance from the ground, it's just not making an exciting season with these cars. They need to go back to how they were before. This ground era car shit is trash. Don't like it, but for whatever reason, McLaren figured it out, and they most definitely using that rear flexi wing. Most definitely, and they need to cut that shit out for real. They need to fix that because McLaren rear wing is flexing like a motherfucker. Sorry for the F-bomb, but it is. And they need to stop that. And I honestly think if they they correct that, McLaren that's going to cut down, if not 80% of their performance. They're most definitely going to drop back because right now you got Oscar Piastri looking like he Lewis Hamilton out there in that motherfucker. Like, what? Like, I know that car quick, but that car is not that quick. Something most definitely McLaren didn't just out of nowhere, like, come on. I know people come up and these teams always try to extract the most out of these cars. You got Lewis Hamilton with the steering wheel set up and all type of shit that went down in Formula One history. So let's continue though.
Grip unpredictable. And the RB21 simply wouldn't respond the way Verstappen wanted. And that wasn't the only issue. Red Bull also suffered a pit stop error that left Verstappen stranded longer than expected in the box. The lightboard system, which signals the driver to leave the pit, failed to work correctly. A rare but costly mistake. Verstappen later described it as not up to our standards. And when Max says that, you know it's serious. Pit stops are supposed to be one of Red Bull's strengths. Efficient, reliable, surgical. But in Bahrain, they looked clumsy and underprepared. After the race, Verstappen didn't scream. He didn't lash out. But in his usual calm and calculated tone, he delivered what was perhaps an even more powerful blow. Speaking to the media, he said, "Basically, everything went wrong that could go wrong." He described the RB21's pace as very bad.
And that's saying a lot. And we all know how Max drive. Like, he's a very aggressive driver. Hearing him say that shit, oh man, yeah. It's like the team is lost. I told you, not just with Lewis Hamilton and his quali, and then the sprint dominate both of them, and then out of nowhere the the damn performance just drop off, and then you got Max Verstappen won the next, and then next thing you know, his shit just dropped like these cars. It's like I don't know. It's terrible, dude. And I knew Ferrari wasn't the only one that was having problems. I was like, I'm telling you, it's Red Bull as well. Ridiculous. Red Bull, fix Verstappen's car. Get y'all whole damn team together. What the hell's going on with y'all?
And admitted that sixth place was the maximum they could achieve on the day. He went on to say that the lack of
Sixth place was the best they can achieve. I think Lewis Hamilton came from, I think he was 10th and qualify and not qualified and came back to 5th and got driver of the day as well. So, to hear Lewis Hamilton speak, he's not used. He's used to different tires, different brake setup. He's been driving a Mercedes for who we all know how long, and that's what he's used to. Lewis Hamilton, he adapt quick, but he's still coming to terms with that Ferrari. But trust me, I most definitely know about time my boys out for about time the end of this season. If not, trust me, he's adapting to that car quick. Trust me, a driver like him, he's adapting to that shit very fast. And I can't wait to see Lewis Hamilton in the middle of this season because he's going to be, me personally, once he could really, really get in tune with this Ferrari. Oh, Oscar, we about to be on your ass. Trust, we ain't even worried about Lando Norris. Oscar Piastri, we finna be on your ass. Trust me. The car is fixed, and now he just gotta fill it out. Got a new floor, and now we just on a come up now, baby.
lack of balance in the car was worse than expected, and that tyre degradation was even worse than last year. And that point, the tyres, was a major one. Verstappen revealed that the RB21 is struggling more than its predecessor when it comes to managing tyre wear. That's a massive problem in Bahrain, a circuit known for its high deg nature. He said, "I just feel like we are even worse on tyres somehow this year. It makes it just very complicated." When Red Bull built last year's car, tyre management was a strength. This year, it's becoming a weakness, and one they don't seem to have a quick fix for. What's more concerning is that Verstappen doesn't believe this is just a one-off issue. He made it clear that even winning in Japan didn't mean their problems were solved.
That's because Adrian Newey's not behind that car no more. And key personnel been getting pulled out of Red Bull. So the team is falling. They don't know where to go. Shit, you might as well have me running the damn. I probably could run the damn team better than him. Shit, like Adrian Newey's not behind that car no more. They don't have the aerodynamic expertise, the mastermind that made that Red Bull perform and heat up tires and gradually heat up tires the way it's supposed to. Tire degradation is terrible. And I knew that was going to start happening once Adrian Newey was off that team. He was the key guy. Trust me. Let alone all the other people that left, but Adrian Newey, the airbender, literally was the key factor.
He said, "We keep discussing, keep trying to improve. We know that we have our problems. Even if you win a race, you know that doesn't go away." That kind of transparency is rare from Max, and it shows just how aware he is of the challenges ahead. He also brushed off the idea that Red Bull aren't working hard enough to solve the issues. He didn't blame the team directly, but
because they can't solve the issue. And me personally, I think they're never going to solve the issue.
His choice of words was telling. He said he tries to stay neutral in both positive and negative situations, and while he didn't point fingers, it was obvious he's starting to question why the RB21 still feels so far from where it should be. Red Bull's technical department now faces a critical few weeks. They're no longer comfortably ahead of the field, McLaren has clearly made a step forward. Ferrari's car is improving, and even Mercedes has shown glimpses of progress. For the first time in over a year,
George Russell out there driving the shit out that Mercedes, most definitely.
Red Bull don't look like the favourites heading into every weekend, and that shift in narrative from dominant to vulnerable is something Verstappen hasn't had to deal with in a while. The next races will be absolutely crucial. If Red Bull want to stay in the fight for both titles, they need to fix their balance issues, address their tyre wear struggles, and eliminate operational errors like the one we saw in Bahrain. Verstappen is still performing at a world-class level. That much is clear. But he needs the car, the strategy, and the team execution to match. And right now, that simply isn't happening.
He needs Adrian Newey. That's what he needs.
Let us know what you think in the comments. Is this just a temporary slip for Red Bull? Something they can fix with a few updates and cleaner execution? Or are we witnessing something much more significant? A fundamental shift in the balance of power at the top of Formula One? Because this doesn't...
We are. Because they don't have Adrian Newey behind the car. Most definitely, the car is not going to be the same. Adrian Newey was literally airbending that car around the way Max Verstappen drives. Right now at Red Bull, nobody got the talent to do that. That's one thing people not understanding. Nobody got the talent to do that. Max Verstappen is used to driving an Adrian Newey's car. Also, with the power of Honda. That Honda engine, that's why that with the power and the air bending of Adrian Newey and the horsepower of that Honda engine made Max Verstappen unstoppable. And my boy Ham Bate was still on that ass, if not smacking that ass around when Max Verstappen didn't get his way. It was two top cars on a grid. Those were the two. 44 and that fucking airbending car that Adrian Newey designed.
Feel like a one-off bad weekend. This feels like the beginning of a longer, more complicated struggle for a team that has set the standard for excellence over the past few years. What makes this situation even more fascinating is the psychological element. Verstappen has rarely been put in a position where he's had to play catch-up this early in a season. He's built his recent championships on early momentum, bulletproof consistency, and a machine-like synergy with his car. But now, he's being forced to confront a different reality. One where the car is unpredictable, the execution isn't flawless, and other teams are breathing down Red Bull's neck. How he navigates that pressure and how the team responds to his growing frustration will define not just the next few races, but potentially the entire championship. There's also the question of intra-team dynamics. When a driver like Verstappen starts expressing dissatisfaction this openly, both on the radio and in post-race interviews, it sends a message.
And we know they can't speak, they can't swear because the FIA gonna fine you all type of stuff. So I don't know. We don't know. We're going to see how the rest of these. Let's say even the next. No, I wouldn't even say next three. The next two races. Bahrain is out of here. So we're gonna see if Max Verstappen can pull some out the hat. Because to be honest, I prefer Max because my boy Louis is Louis, but I prefer Max be up there besides the McLarens. It's just I'm not no hater, but it's just I don't like the McLarens guy. I'd rather Max be up there. But now I'm even start to feel for Max. And I knew it was something. It was even with the Red Bulls, besides Lewis Hamilton having a broken floor, starting off with a broken car. But I was like, there's something up with Max, something up with this Red Bull team too. And it's showing. It's showing. Not having Adrian Newey, the airbender, bald-headed ass airbender, on that squad is having a big effect. Most definitely, not having that power as Honda engine. So I don't know if Mercedes gonna pick Max up, or Max gonna take that $1 billion deal. We gonna see. Me personally, I don't know. To me, damn near it's a win-win. But $1 billion, like I don't care how much. He don't need the money. Max don't need the money. But $1 billion, Stroll finna shit out a billion. finna shell out or shit out $1 billion to get him. Go ahead. And you got a baby. You got a newborn baby, Max. Like half the billion aside for the baby, and do the next whatever you want with the rest. Like come on, man. The other 500,000. Like, oh my god. I mean, bruh. I don't know. I don't know what your boy Max is gonna pick, but right now as they sit, you put Max in the same car that boy Russ Grease is in, he's gonna be at the top. Giving Oscar hell. And my boy Louis is coming up on the game, getting used to that car. So we about to see. Sorry for the damn, if y'all hear that shit in the background. But yeah, we just rocking this one out. This your boy, Rico. Rate, comment, sub. Hey, you want to throw me some bread? Link will be in the description, the Cash App. And rate, comment, and sub. And y'all already know. Stay away from the fakes. Keep your aura to yourself. I love y'all. And push the light. Always push the light. I'm out. Peace.